What's up, traders? It is Monday, June 6, 2016, around 7:45. Interesting Monday action. So in the SPY, the SPY obviously rose yet again, melted up on light volume and approaching the highs all the way back here on November of 2015. So it was an interesting day. The Yellen testimony had some effect. So she came out and said that they were still going to gradually raise rates, but didn't give any timeline. So stocks dropped and then recovered, and then finally finished up here, ultimately higher for the day. It'll be interesting to see when sellers come in. At this point, I would expect sellers to start coming in. I think the idea that a rate hike isn't going to happen is probably buoying the market and other assets. So looking at gold, gold was trading up, down, all around, ended up just about unchanged. It'll be interesting to see where it moves from here. My expectation is that it will continue higher from here. I think a lot of the downside had already been priced in, and now with the idea they're going to the rumor that a rate hike isn't going to happen, I think is going to be being priced in. So I use the word rumor as in the adage, buy the rumor, sell the news. So I think right now the prevailing winds are there isn't going to be a rate hike in the immediate future, and so with that, I think gold is probably drifting towards the upside. Along with that, oil moved up today with some. I think there were some production short stoppages, but also along with this, again with the dollar and the idea of no rate hike, the dollar dropped, and that helps commodities in general, and so oil is no different, and so I think that also helped. Obviously, this is a pattern continues to be constructive. The 200-day flattening out fairly quickly now. We've made yet another close above, and we're reaching the recent highs here at on the USO at around 12, 13, 14. So I would not be surprised if we break out of this little range here and go higher. And with that, a lot of the oil and gas stocks will follow suit. So we're looking at the dollar. The dollar obviously looks a little bit worse than gold does over the last or today, excuse me. So if you look at gold kind of closed down or a little bit up, just slightly up, but very close to a doji. A lot more downside looking in the dollar index, so we'll have to keep track of that. Apple continues to move higher, so it obviously went up and tried to test these previous highs and got sold down again. So I still think that a retest of 95 and then 92 is coming. When that will happen is hard to tell, and whether it will go up and completely fill this gap here and go up to right around 103.80, 104. Which will happen first is hard to tell. It looks like it basically depends on when sellers come in on the SPY. And it's interesting. So we had a very disappointing jobs number and employment number on Friday, and that didn't seem to affect the market that much. The market basically drifting higher off that news. So it's almost back when we were in QE, when good news or bad news was good news because it meant more quantitative easing. So it's an interesting state that we're in the market. With that being said, a lot of trade setups here. I'm going to start posting them just in pictures here, but let me go over some of them really quickly. So we've got RRD Business Services, that triggered on the 6th. So if you would have hit it today, or you could hit it tomorrow if it stays in the same range, but obviously looks very constructive. Bounced off the 200-day, looking like it wants to break out of the 50, and if it does, that obviously could go far. It's got July 15th as the expiration. So looking at some of the triggers for today, we've got on the short side, we've got VRTX Pharmaceutical Company. I'm not sure I would actually take this trade, so this actually looks like it might be a breakout here above this channel. So obviously this is on very light volume, so we could drift back down in this channel as well. So I'm ambivalent about this one. UTHR, another healthcare drug manufacturer. This looks like it could be a nice short setup. This is for July 15th expiration. These are all setups for tomorrow. This is for June 24th. Another biotech stock looking at the near, like it's due for a break, due for a little rest here. I had this nice little upswing approaching previous highs, so it looks like we could go down from here. RHI, so again, filled the gap a little bit. Almost all the gap was filled, and now it looks like it wants to go lower. And that one is for July 15th as well. Bluebird, another biotech, top of its range. This one actually looks like it could go either way. Again, it is at the top of the range, so there is more downside than upside, I would say. However, it could break through. Once it breaks through on volume, that would be your exit. If you were buying or shorting stock, that would be your stop loss at the top of that range. And again, that one is for July 15th. And then RLYP, another biotech. Looks again lower high. Looks like it's made a lower high, and could go back down here and fill this gap that was created on the 26th, 27th of May. All right, looking at some long strategies, we've got a lot of those. TROW, again, this looks uptrend, and then a little bit of a consolidation period, bounced off the 50-day, looks like it wants to go higher. This is for 6/17, so June 17th, so a little bit of a shorter. We've got a lot of independent oil and gas stocks, so these are ones that have triggered before, but are triggering again if you haven't been in them, aren't in them right now. So Oxy, we've got ADP, which is the jobs, the payroll company, bounced off the 200. 50-day acting as resistance, so I would actually might wait, if you're a breakout trader, wait for a breakout above the 50-day, or wait for it to possibly pull back a little bit. Chevron, obviously uptrend, consolidation pattern, nice little consolidation pattern here. It looks like it's ready to break out. Another oil and gas stock here, NFX, same thing. FANG, same thing, June 17th. PXD, same thing. So we take your pick out of whichever ones of these you like. Independent oil and gas consolidation, ready to break out along with oil. Tractor Supply Company, so this is interesting, had a consolidation, bounce off the 50-day, go higher, and then looks like it's consolidating a little bit here, so this could be a nice play for higher prices. We got EOG, another independent oil and gas, and WY, so this is lumber. This is another one that is flirting with the 50-day. We'll see if we can go over it. And nice little couple days of consolidation. You might want to wait for a breakout. With all that said, God bless, good luck, great trading. Thanks.